Hello and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you latest news and updates in just 30 minutes. Let's begin. A major breakthrough is near as the rescue operation at India's Uttarkashi's collapsed Silkyara tunnel is in its very last stage. The 41 trapped workers are set to come out in some hours. Efforts are on in full swing to rescue 41 workers trapped inside the under-construction tunnel in North India's Uttarkashi. Ambulances and medical teams are on standby at the site. A presser was held to brief about Indian government's efforts and the monumental progress of the rescue operation taking place over there. Government also said vertical drilling has reached 45 meters and that such drilling is important as a backup option. Indian government also said that it will take almost 3 to 4 hours to evacuate all the workers. India's National Disaster Management Authority on Tuesday said facilities are in place to provide medical aid to the workers and safety of rescuers has also been ensured. The authorities also said that after the rescue, workers will be kept under medical observation for 48 to 72 hours. In a latest, as AQI improves, the CAQM decides to revoke the actions under Stage 3 of the Graded Response Action Plan in Delhi NCR. India's Commission for Air Quality Management Subcommittee decides to revoke Stage 3 of CRAP in the entire Delhi NCR with immediate effect. In a virtual session at the inaugural India Global Forum Middle East and Africa 2023, India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman demanded tangible action on climate funding and technology transfer ahead of COP28. The India Global Forum Middle East and Africa 2023 themed Unleashing Ambitions brought together various leaders to explore better opportunities between India and Middle East along with Africa. Addressing the challenges faced by developing and emerging market economies, India's Finance Minister highlighted the need for concrete outcomes at COP28. She also insisted for a decisive action focusing on funding and technology transfer. Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, along with Indian Navy Chief and Chief Minister of North-Eastern State of Manipur, unveiled the crest of the third guided missile stealth destroyer. The winter session of the Indian state Uttar Pradesh legislature started from Tuesday. The state government will present demand for supplementary grants for the financial year 2024-23-24 during this 4-day-long session. The Uttar Pradesh Assembly will operate with the new rules for the first time in 66 years. The session will be ending on the 1st of December. Campaigning has come to an end in the Indian state of Telangana, with senior leaders of all the major parties crisscrossing the state, weighing the support of the voters for their respective candidates. India's Telangana will see polling on the 30th of this month. The counting of votes for 5 Indian states, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Mizoram, Rajasthan and Telangana, will be held on the 3rd of December. The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra has reached the Indian state of Odisha. Various schemes of the central government for the welfare of people were shown through LED screen of the vehicle. India's Brahmaputra Valley Fertilizer Corporation Limited conducted a demonstration of drone technology for spraying fertilizer and insecticides on cropping fields under Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra in India's north and eastern state of Tripura. The annual Sri Krishna Ras Mahotsav has begun in its full glory in Majoli in the Indian state of Assam. The show highlighted the wonders of Lord Krishna and rich heritage of Indian culture. Talking of Indian markets, as they ended in green, Sensex rose by 204.16 points to settle at 66,174.2. Nifty gained 95 points to 19,890. Indian rupee ended higher at 83.34 per US dollar on Tuesday versus Friday's close of 83.37. The US dollar hit a 3-month low against a basket of peers on Tuesday before steadying as traders continued to unwind long dollar positions before this week's US and Eurozone inflation data. Oil prices fell with the Brent benchmark dipping below $80 a barrel as investors awaited this week's OPEC Plus meeting and expected curbs on supplies into 2024. Brent crude futures were down 60 cents at $79.98 a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude futures lost 68 cents to $74.86. The Biden administration on Tuesday is set to auction off 14,164 hectares of land in Wyoming to oil and gas drillers, the first in a series of such sales that will coincide with COP28 conference in Dubai. The Russian ruble firmed on Tuesday, hovering close to a multi-month high, supported by exporters paying monthly taxes as the market assessed a central bank announcement that it would adjust its formula for currency interventions in the new year. The European Commission is expected to present its latest legislation on countering migrant smuggling in Brussels on Tuesday that sets out a new legal, operational and international cooperation framework. European Union Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that a global alliance against the smuggling of human beings is being built and that European Union is here to fight this criminal business. Truce between Israel and Hamas in Gaza is extended by 2 days. According to Qatar and the United States, Hamas will release another 20 women and children to Israel over the next 2 days as part of the agreement. 11 hostages were released by Hamas on day 4 of the truce in Gaza. These included 3 with French nationality, 2 with German nationality and 6 Argentine citizens. 8 containers carrying diesel fuel and cooking gas were transferred from Egypt to United Nations humanitarian aid organizations in Gaza on Monday as part of the truce deal. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier, who's in Israel, met Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday. He also visited Jerusalem to show solidarity with Israel and is set to visit Oman and Qatar ahead. 2-day meeting of NATO foreign ministers began in Brussels on Tuesday, where the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken highlighted NATO alliance's support for Ukraine in its war with Russia. The Israel-Hamas conflict is also likely to be discussed. Russian President Vladimir Putin has approved a significant increase in military spending, with a 30% of the budget directed towards the armed forces in 2024. Russian forces intensified their drive to capture the eastern Ukrainian town of Avdiivka on Monday. The town's top officials said Russia is trying to advance on all the sides after weeks of fighting. Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to address the World Russian People's Council on Tuesday, with the Kremlin emphasizing the speech's significance. Putin is expected to urge unity against Western pressure. At a news conference in Helsinki, Finland's Prime Minister Petteri Orpo said the flow of asylum seekers from Russia amounted to a hybrid attack against the European Union. North Korea's ambassador made a rare appearance at the United Nations Security Council on Monday to defend his country's launch of a spy satellite. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has received photos of White House, Pentagon and the US aircraft carriers taken by his country's recently launched spy satellite. South Korean military has claimed that North Korea has deployed soldiers and heavy weapons at guard posts near the border following the suspension of a military accord between the two nations. In attacks on military barracks, prison and other locations in Sierra Leone on Sunday, death toll reached 20 and nearly 2,000 inmates managed to escape. Poland's President Andrzej Duda on Monday swore in members of the new government that will need to get vote of confidence within 2 weeks. Irish trade union members and supporters rallied in Dublin to denounce the riots triggered by the stabbing of 3 young children last week. Peruvian authorities on Monday destroyed more than 19 tons of illegal drugs. Authorities had confiscated drugs in several different operations during 2023 that include cocaine and marijuana. Niger's junta revoked an anti-migration law that had helped reduce the flow of West Africans to Europe and made the announcement on state television on Monday. New Zealand's newly sworn-in Prime Minister Christopher Luxon and his centre-right coalition have announced plans to repeal laws that would ban tobacco sales to future generations. Australia will ban imports of disposable vapes in January to curb nicotine addiction among children. New laws will stop single-use vapes from being made, advertised and supplied in the country. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan, who was jailed for 3 years in August, was not produced in an open court trial on Tuesday after the government submitted reports citing threats to his life. India's capital, New Delhi, has witnessed rainfall in some parts since Monday, bringing down the temperature and also improving the air quality in the city. At least 16 flights were diverted on Monday after operations at New Delhi's airport that were impacted due to sudden rainfall and lightning. Heavy snowstorms and floods hit many places in Russia since Monday, with Moscow witnessing the worst rainfall in November in 40 years that's disrupted traffic, heating and power supply throughout the country. The extreme weather also triggered floods, submerging houses, cutting off heating and electricity and damaging infrastructures and cars. At least 10 people died in southern Odessa region and 3 died in the neighboring Moldova after snowstorm hit the region on Tuesday. Ahead of COP28 in Dubai on the 30th of November, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres addressed a gathering in New York and stated that Antarctica and Greenland are melting well over 3 times faster than they were in the early 1990s. Toxic smog engulfs Lahore as Pakistan's second-largest city topped the list of the world's most polluted cities for third day, with AQI reaching 324. India's Himachal Pradesh received snowfall in the high hills of Lahaul district and Spiti Valley. Meta Platforms' paid no-ad subscription service launched in Europe this month faces one of its biggest tests as advocacy group NOYP on files a complaint with an Austrian regulator stating it amounted to paying a fee to ensure privacy. Alibaba's cloud service suffered a near 2-hour-long disruption affecting customers in mainland China, Hong Kong and the United States, its second outage within a month. Prince of Wales honours African conservation champions at the annual Tusk Conservation Awards in London on Monday. The annual traditional festival of Loy Krathong celebrated in Thailand's Bangkok on Monday. Now, this is an annual traditional festival celebrated by Thais to pay respect to the goddess of water and Lord Buddha. Signifying the seasonal shift, people in Bangkok celebrated festival of Yi Peng as well. This is an ancient festive event traditionally celebrated to mark the end of the monsoon season and the beginning of winter. Ahead of Christmas, London's Charles Dickens Museum transformed into a festive wonderland. The historic site is adorned, offering a glimpse into the holiday customs cherished by the 19th century English novelist and his family at 48 Tufty Street, his London residence. Christmas preparations at the US White House began as First Lady Jill Biden unveiled this year's decorations. The theme for the year is magic, wonder and joy. A large-scale winter illumination event called Yorunoyo starts at and around Yokohama's waterfront near Tokyo. The extravaganza offers visitors an immersive experience. The venues will remain illuminated until the 4th of January. In Qinghai, province of China, rare snow leopard caught on camera, revealing uncommon yawning moment following successful hunt. A 2-year-old girl called Isla McNob from Kentucky, United States, has become the youngest ever member of Mensa, a high IQ society. Guinness World Records confirmed her exceptional intelligence, noting she scored 99th percentile for her age group on the Stanford Binet Intelligence Scale. Enthusiastic K-pop superstars gather at the 2023 Mama Awards in Tokyo to witness beloved artists, showcasing a lineup of both Korean and Japanese talent, highlighting the music's soaring global appeal. INI secures the Favorite Asian Male Group Award, while the Korean boy band Rise emerges as the favorite new artist, and Kepler triumphs as the favorite Asian female group at the 2023 Mama Awards hosted in Tokyo. The 54th International Film Festival of India comes to a close today in India's Goa at Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee Indoor Stadium in Prembola. American actor and filmmaker Michael Douglas takes home the Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award at the closing ceremony of IFFI 2023. Drift bags the ICFT UNESCO Gandhi Medal at the 54th IFFI's closing ceremony. Endless Borders, a film by Abbas Amini, grabbed the Golden Peacock, also the best film at the IFFI closing ceremony. A large-scale winter illumination event starts around Yokohama's waterfront located near Tokyo. The extravaganza offers visitors an immersive experience. It features displays at 40 facilities, including the Yokohama Customs Building, which is also known as the Queen's Tower. Musician John Batiste, who was nominated for 11 Grammy Awards, planned to make a film about composing his first symphony. Later, his partner's long-dormant cancer returned, so the movie became more of a symphony of life, teaming up with filmmaker Matthew Heineman. Renowned filmmakers and actor Bradley Cooper, Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig were the honorees at the 33rd Gotham Awards in New York. India's Sheetal Devi becomes #1 in the latest rankings released by World Archery, while Sarita Devi secures 6th position. In India's domestic cricket, unfancied Tripura stunned defending champion Saurashtra by 148 runs in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. Olympic gold medalist Neeraj Chopra ventures into startup world by investing in a regional streaming platform named Stage. Indian shuttler HS Pranoy and Lakshya Sen pulls out of the Syed Modi International Tournament, taking some sheen out of the Super 300 badminton tournament away. A dominant Odisha FC humiliated the Indian Super League reigning champions Mohan Bagan Super Giant by 5-2 scoreline in the penultimate Group D clash of the AFC Cup. The Champions League match in Paris will witness Newcastle United and Paris Saint-Germain engaged in a head-to-head battle, giving their all out in the defining match. FC Porto coach Sergio Conceição expects his side to face a strong Barcelona team when the two sides meet in a vital Champions League Group H match. Al Nassr forward Cristiano Ronaldo urged the referee in Asian Champions League game against Persepolis to reverse a penalty decision given in his favour. Jeddah to host the 37th America's Cup Prelim Regatta this week. The top teams will battle for the honours in the Red Sea for the first time. Valentino Rossi becomes the first world champion to compete in a full season of FIA World Endurance Championship. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere, keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us.